What's going on, guys? It's PokePond back with another video for you. Lots to talk about today. We got new sets coming out, new pre-order products available, and today I'm going to do a real big deep dive on some of the Sword and Shield sets that are starting to explode in price over the last couple of weeks. I'll make my full recommendations on what I would invest in if I had the money to do so right now. Make sure you subscribe down below to never miss an opportunity. Let's get into it. Lots to talk about today. As always, I'm going to start off with some of the news in the hobby about new sets that are coming out, etc. And then we're going to do a deep dive today on some price analysis. We're just going to focus on like a couple of sets. And I really want to talk today about like opportunities and plays that I'm noticing in the market this week. So if you've got money burning a hole in your pocket and you want to get into the sealed investment game, or you want to increase your portfolio, then this is the video for you. First bit of news up today. They have the new set Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Twilight Masquerade. This is a set that's going to be coming out in May in the EU and NA regions. This is now available on pre-order on the Pokemon Center. This is the UK version. They are also up on the American version right now. This is the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box is up for pre-order right now. This is not a warning. If you're someone who makes plays on Elite Trainer boxes, this is definitely going to be a good play. It looks like there's only going to be one art style variation this year of this set for the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box for this set. And yeah, if you're someone who regularly collects these Pokemon Center exclusives, then why not pre-order now and just make sure you get one rather than being at the inflated price on release. Elite Trainer boxes aren't a play that I would make myself personally, but part of this channel is identifying plays and giving you all the knowledge so that you can make your own decisions. This is definitely a play. I'm letting you guys know about it. It's not one that I'm going to be getting involved with myself. I have done in the past. I haven't been getting into Pokemon Center exclusive ones, but I have a cupboard full of Elite Trainer boxes because back in the boom, back during COVID times, every single Poke YouTuber was talking about Elite Trainer boxes, saying they were the fastest growing sealed asset class for Pokemon products. It's the best to buy. Don't bother with booster boxes, etc. At the time, it was a play. It wasn't. It isn't a play anymore. And now, obviously, you have the Pokemon Center exclusives. They are a play right now, but they're just not for me. I've got a cupboard full of them. They take up a lot of space. They're quite heavy. They are a pain to ship as well because they're quite heavy and bulky, and it's just not for me. But this is definitely an opportunity. If this is something that you do, just letting you know that you can pre-order them now. That's why you subscribe, so you never miss an opportunity. This is the Pokemon Center website. So obviously they've got the pre-order here, which is what I discussed. You can also pre-order it as a booster box as well for full retail price £143. I personally wouldn't do this. I would imagine this is going to go on fire sale before release, just like the other booster boxes have been doing recently, where you can pick this up well below retail on release. So the only thing really that's available on the Pokemon Center website at the moment that I think is a really good deal is the pre-order on the Pokemon Center exclusive, because you get the extra stamp promo, you get the extra booster packs, and these are just always in limited run. They're usually not reprinted, the Pokemon Center versions, and you're actually getting a huge group of collectors in the hobby who seek out just these Pokemon Center exclusives to collect them as sealed. So that's definitely a play. Everything else on here, not really a play. Possibly Chilling Reign is becoming a bit of a play that you can still buy on the Pokemon Center website. 143 a booster box. That's about market price at the moment, but obviously you're getting it sealed from a reputable source. These aren't bad as well. £4 for a sleeved booster. I think these are going to look a lot more attractive in the future. You could probably pick these up a little bit cheaper on eBay in bulk at the moment, but probably close to that price, around about the £3.50, £4 mark. So that's not bad. I think if you sat on these for a long time, like, it's quite a low entry point, like cost to market entry point, as in they're £4 each. You could pick up a couple of these. I do think if you sit on these for 5 years, you're going to do very well. you're probably going to be able to sell these quite easily for 10, 12, maybe even £20 each. Who knows in the future? But definitely do think there'll be some market appreciation. Everyone loves a bit of Chilling Reign as well. It's a creeper set. Just interested to see while we're here as well that Temporal Forces is starting to sell out on the Pokemon Center website, which is interesting. And the Lost Origin Elite Trainer boxes are sold out as well for £50, which is surprising. But we're going to talk about Lost Origin Elite Trainer boxes a little bit later in the video. But I just wanted to show you guys mainly that you can pre-order the new Elite Trainer box. In other news, they have announced, obviously, Twilight Masquerade, which is what I was talking about, what we know about the set so far. So these are the products that they've unveiled, booster boxes. Here's what the sleeved booster packs look like. This is the Elite Trainer box, the Pokemon Center version, and the normal version, which we just discussed. 3-pack blisters, looks like there's a Snorlax as a promo on there, single pack blisters, booster bundle, build and battle. It just looks like all the standard products you would expect to see, official binders, and yeah, what we know about the set so far. So it's going to be a combination of 2 different sets. Let's see if we can find it. Here they are. So it's going to be a combination of the 2 Japanese sets, which are Crimson Haze, which is going to be a 66 card set, which is the next bit of news I'm going to talk about. They've just unveiled this full set, so we can see half of what's going to go into this Masquerade set, and Mask of Change, which is going to come out in April in Japan, which we have no idea what the cards are going to be, basically. So this is going to be May's set, and so half of it is going to be this, which they just unveiled, which is the Crimson Haze. They've unveiled the full set list. These are some of the chase cards. There's a really nice alternative Growlithe. There's a nice Eevee card, a trainer, Greninja EX, which is going to be quite a big part of the playability of the Masquerade set, I would imagine. And then I'll just very quickly scroll through some of the cards that are going into this Crimson Haze set, which is going to be half of the Masquerade set. You can check this out. This is on PokeBeach as well as other resources around the internet, but this is all brand new, just been announced. So I've been waiting to see what comes out in the next Japanese set, in the mask set. What was it called again? Hidden Mask? Something like that. Anyway, I'd be interested to see what the other half of the Japanese set is, which will become Masquerade, because that's a much bigger set, and then we can get a good idea what the full Masquerade set is going to be like. In other news, Temporal Forces booster boxes still pre-release, so they come out at the end of next week, Friday of next week. You can still pick them up dirt cheap, 28.8% below retail price. These are just fire sailing before they're even available. You can pre-order them right now from a few different retailers. Interesting to see. That's why I wouldn't pick up the Masquerade set booster box pre-order for $143 full retail, because we're probably going to see a similar thing. We're probably going to see a fire sale on the booster boxes just before they come out from retailers. Just wanted to show other booster boxes that are available at the moment. It's important to see what's sitting on shelves at the moment. Obsidian Flames is actually starting to sell out, which is interesting. I'm not surprised, because it's a very good price for such a modern set. £96.95 you can pick these up at the moment. This particular retailer only has 3 of them left. Silver Tempest you can still pick up for £107. Absolutely ludicrous price. And Fusion Strike I wanted to talk about. They've got 1 left on this website for £150. Fusion Strike is starting to take off, and we're going to have a little look at that now. Fusion Strike booster boxes. So you can buy, there's 1 left for £150 on here. The half booster boxes, which for some reason seem to be an exclusive EU thing, maybe even exclusive UK thing, I'm not sure, but they're such a cool little product. So you get 18 packs, and it's like a little mini half booster box. So cool. I think they should bring these out worldwide, across the globe. because they're such a cool little product. You can pick these up for £65 right now, and this guy's selling a whole bunch of them. I wouldn't even be surprised if this guy is like a runs like a local corner shop and has the link on these. But yeah, he's selling a lot of them, so he's doing well. I'm not surprised because that's a really good price. So for a half booster box, £65. That works out at 130 on the booster box. These tend to go at a little bit cheaper than half of the booster box price. So these might be a little bit of a play. I'm tempted to pick up a couple of these myself just because they're so cheap. Like, I mean, £65 to get 18 sealed packs. Pretty cool. Nice little compact product, which is what I like. It just ticks a lot of boxes in my personal things that I look for. The whole booster boxes, UK eBay here, this is the cheapest buy it now right now, £145. This guy's obviously stacking a few of them. They look pretty legit to me. So £145 for the full booster, or you can pay a little bit less and get a half booster for around about 130 on the booster box price. So you get a little bit of a discount if you buy the half one, but these are more desirable, the big booster boxes. Not a bad play in my opinion. 145 for a booster box is looking pretty sweet for Fusion Strike at the moment. I think it's about to go vertical. Evolving Skies, we need to look at Evolving Skies every week now, I think, just because the price is jumping around so much. Let's have a look at TCG Player. This graph is a bit skewed because some were sold for like 400, but they're clearly like damaged because they've got photos with them. Last two sales on here over the last couple of days are $707 and $700. Obviously, we talked about this last week, that Evolving Skies had a huge price jump last week, and over the last like month it's gone up like 40% or something. It's absolutely ludicrous. You can see by the graph it's just starting to go vertical on Evolving Skies. Because this data is a little bit skewed on TCG Player, let's have a look at UK eBay. Cheapest buy it now from an actual UK seller rather than trying to do like an EU import, which I don't like doing. There's nothing against the EU sellers. I mentioned in another video about avoiding, if you're in the UK, buying from Australian sellers, and I think some people misunderstood what I meant by that. That's nothing against Australian sellers. I think that there's nothing wrong with that. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even order from a country that's next to me. I wouldn't even order from France or Germany, etc. Mainly not because I don't trust the sellers, it's because you've got to transport the goods over borders, and you're just more likely to have damages on your product when it's going through customs, etc., going on ships or planes or into trucks and stuff like that. That was all that I was commenting on, and personally I would rather pay a premium on my product to have it in hand by someone who's in my country who's selling it. If you want to make a play on these like EU imports, if you're in the UK, you can get them a little bit cheaper. You just run the risk that you might have damages. Just something to be aware of. So this is the cheapest buy it now in the UK at the moment, £695. The price just goes up every week, I swear. And that's one available, and then we're in the 700 territory. And you know, you've got 12 watches on each. People are starting to look at these. This one has no photos for 700 as well. So once these two go, the cheapest you're getting is 750. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if we see a big jump up next month as well. It's just going to the moon. Evolving Skies, it's the set of the decade. So this is the one I was talking about. 695 is the cheapest buy it now from the UK that actually has decent pictures and it looks like a legit booster box. You can sort of do your own certification checks by looking at the photos. Looks pretty legit to me. Always take what I say with a pinch of salt. Do your own checks. I'm not saying this is real and it's not fake, but it looks pretty real to me. That's all I'm saying. If I was going to buy one, which I'm not for this price point, but if I were to buy one, this is probably the one that I would buy. Let's talk about loose booster packs of Evolving Skies. This is again not a play that I would make, because loose booster packs are notorious for having problems with them. They could be resealed. There could be all sorts of things that are going on with loose booster packs. You run a huge risk and you're going to have struggles selling them again on the back end as well, because everyone is suspicious on the back end as well. Not a play I would make. However, on this channel, I always identify plays when I see them. This is a play if you want to do it. I mean, look at the booster box price. So 695 for a sealed booster box. Okay, so 695 for 36 packs. You're paying. That can't be right. No way are people paying 20 a pack on the booster box. 695 divided by 36. Yeah, okay. People are paying nearly £20 on the booster pack on a sealed booster box. That's a crazy premium. I didn't actually do the maths, so I didn't realise it was that high. That's how high prices had gone at the moment. Anyway, £19. Loose booster packs, if you were to buy these are available. Buy it now, right now. So you could buy the same, but not sealed. 300 divided by 36. You're paying £8 compared to nearly £20. It's not a play I would make because it's very risky and it's a pain to sell these on the back end. But if you hold these for a long time, you're running a big risk though that these are tampered with. But it's definitely a play. It's a play if you guys want to make it. I'll always identify a play for you. Right, don't know why I've got a blank eBay page open. There we go. This is a play I'd be more likely to make. So for an extra £20, you can get sleeved version. This is a sold listing, but it's sold just recently here. It's now out of stock, but someone did quite well out of these. I do actually buy loose sleeved stuff. So again, 36 packs for $3.20. That's not a bad price, to be honest, and you're less likely to have them tampered with, less likely to have them weighed just because they're in the cardboard. I'm not saying they can't be tampered with, it's just less likely, and they're easier to sell on the back end when you come to sell them. I really like sleeve booster packs because they're so easy to sell and they're so easy to ship. You can just put them in a normal like bubble mailer, etc. when you come to sell them on the back end. So Evolving Skies, let's have a look at sales data. Even though they're like 700 a box at the moment on the cheapest buy it nows, looking at sales data, the last one to sell, well, fairly recently, so we're on the 16th of March at the moment. On the 25th of Feb, this shows how much these have price jumped. So about 2-3 weeks ago, someone picked one up for $4.50. A nice sealed one as well. So whoever was telling me when I was recommending these a few weeks ago for $4.50, saying, oh, they're already too inflated, you're too late on Evolving Skies, clearly you were not. You should have taken my advice. You should have bought as many as you can for $4.50 at the time, which is what I said to people. I said it's £1,000 box all day long. I even think it's a £2,000 box all day long and beyond. So yeah, my recommendations a few weeks ago to pick these up for $4.50 may have sounded crazy at the time, but you know, 3 weeks later we're selling for $700. I didn't expect them to go up that quickly, but I did expect them to go up. The next thing to take off, guys, that's what I wanted to talk to you about in this video. Fusion Strike is starting to go vertical now. Fusion Strike is not a bad pickup. We started talking about it earlier in the video. We were looking at these half booster boxes. You can still pick up a full booster box for $145. Where am I on my tabs? TCG Player, they're starting to sell for crazy prices. One just sold for $252. That's insane. That's starting to make this chart go vertical. Average price wise, in the last week it's jumped from $170 to, well, last sale $250. That's a crazy price jump. America's starting to lead the charge with these. Like I said, you could still pick them up fairly cheap, $145 each. I think these are about to explode in price. I don't think there's going to be any more reprints of them. It's a fire set. Lost Origin's doing the same thing. Lost Origin's just started to go vertical this week. This is the turning point, I think, on some of these Sword and Shield sets. I think this is going to be your last opportunity to buy into some of these. Last couple of sales, quite a few of them actually from yesterday on TCG Player, around about the 170 mark. Starting to make this price chart creep up a little bit. I think people are realizing, and they don't want to FOMO, this is your last opportunity to buy in at this price for Lost Origin and Fusion Strike, in my opinion. Cheapest buy it now with an actual decent photo rather than just like a stock image is 195 plus postage on eBay. Like I said, starting to creep up in price. You could pick these up, these Lost Origins for around about 140, 150 last week. They're starting to run out in supply on eBay. I do think Lost Origin and Fusion Strike, are pretty good plays at the moment. It's where I would personally put my money. Let's have a look at sales data for Lost Origin. So someone sold 2 of them with no photo, just like a stock photo for 274. Let's see. Let's just break that down so we get the perfect price rather than me trying to estimate in my head. 137 a box that worked out for. Not a bad play. It's a shame there's no photos. You run a little bit of a risk. 195 with an import from Italy. This is what I was going to talk about next. The Elite Trainer boxes of Lost Origin are looking more and more like a play. There's a lot of them around. They're cheap. These are going to get hoovered up soon. £34 is dirt cheap for this. Someone managed to pick up an insane deal. £134 for a sealed booster box just 2 days ago on the UK eBay. Someone did very well out of this. Proper photos. Passes my legit check. Okay, it loaded up the wrong thing. I don't know why it did that, but there are proper photos of this one. I did have a look at it earlier. That passes my legit check. There's another one here, 135 2 days ago. If you can snipe these for this price, I think you're doing very well. But like I said, the cheapest one on there at the moment is 195 with decent photos. That's such a big price jump for 2 days. 140 to 195. I'm not saying this is going to sell for 195. I'm just saying the supplies, there's not many of them available for this price. You'd struggle to find them for this price. So if you see them in the wild for this kind of price, I would pick them up. That's a pickup for me. Like I said, the Elite Trainer box is looking more and more like a play. I hate stacking Elite Trainer boxes, like I said, because I've sat on a load of them that aren't moving in price. But if Lost Origin takes off, the Elite Trainer box will go up as well. And £34 is looking pretty cheap. You could buy this right now for £34. It's not even like this is sales data. You could log on to eBay UK right now, buy this for £34. You get 8, right? In a normal Elite Trainer box, so 34 divided by 8, 425 a pack. It seems expensive, but I'm telling you, this will look pretty attractive real soon, and you're never going to get it cheaper than this. I think finally these are going to start going up in value. Is that a tear on that one? See, this is why you need to go for, when you're looking at sealed products, you need to buy ones that have full photos, because look at that. That tear in that photo is awful. That's a pretty bad one. When you come to sell it, you're going to have to knock a little bit of money off that in the future. And I mean, credit to the seller, he's highlighted it in photos. He's not tried to like get away with it. However, that is a little bit shady because he hasn't mentioned it in the title. Let's just have a look if he put it in the description, because brand new, check pictures for condition. Okay, so fair play to him. He has kind of highlighted that there's a tear. I think that he should have been a little bit more honest about it. Always look at a person's feedback as well. I don't want to roast this guy, but always look at their feedback. See what they're selling as well and what people are happy with. Look, he's selling booster box here. People were happy with it. He's selling some Disney Lorcana. So he's obviously flipping quite a lot of sealed TCG stuff. 96.8%. Not the best rating. These are all things you need to take into consideration when you're buying from the secondary market. This is why I like eBay, because you can look at photos. This is why I never buy stuff with like a stock photo as well, because if you bought from a stock photo and you think it's a good deal and then this comes and you've got a massive rip in it, you're going to be disappointed. For me personally, I'm a sucker for condition. I want it perfect, prim and proper. And when I come to sell as well, even if it's like not torn on the cellophane, even if it's just like got a little tiny mark on it, I'll highlight it, I'll put it in the description. That's how you get good feedback. Right, Brilliant Stars. Let's talk about Brilliant Stars because I've always recommended Brilliant Stars because I think it's a great set and it's just not moving in price. It's still so stable, and especially when other Sword and Shield sets are like starting to take off in price, you're seeing less and less available of these in the wild. The reason why they're quite stable is because it had quite a heavy reprint not too long ago, but you just aren't really seeing them at retailers. You can't really pick them up sealed. You have to go to the secondary market and eBay. And I tell you what, these are going to dry up soon. These are all going to get bought out soon. It's a good set. This is the next thing that I think is going to start going up in price. It may take 6 months, it may take 8 months before it starts to see the prices start to creep up. But if you feel like the Lost Origin and the Fusion Striker are at too much of a premium already and they're starting to creep up and you've missed your opportunity on these, I think these are going to be the next thing to go. I think Brilliant Stars is going to be the next thing to go after Lost Origin and Fusion Strike, and also as well I think that Silver Tempest is going to be next to go. So Brilliant Stars, let's have a look at some sales data. So 135 best offer accepted, so you got it below retail on secondary market. Like I said, you're not really seeing it at many retailers as well. 150 best offer accepted. Oh my gosh, Elite Trainer Box here went for 32. That's crazy. These were selling like hotcakes when they came out. You couldn't get them cheaper than 50 on release for these. So very, very interesting. What is this one? Oh, it's a French one that's sold for a premium. 140 for Brilliant Stars here. That's about retail. So I mean, the fact that you can still pick up Brilliant Stars for retail is pretty huge. I think this is going to be the next set, along with Silver Tempest, like I said, to start to creep up in price and follow behind Fusion Strike and Lost Origin that are starting to climb now. You can pick up Silver Tempest from reputable retailers, for 107. So there's still supply of these floating around, case fresh from the primary market rather than the secondary market. So yeah, I do think these are a play. This is where I would put my money personally. And look at this on eBay. Someone picked one up 3 days ago. If this is one of my viewers, by the way, so this is what I love to see in the comments. Like, I'll go onto sales data and I'll point out where people have like made really good plays, and quite often someone will like comment down below saying that was me that bought that product. So credit to you guys if you are scooping these up. But look at these ludicrous prices. Someone picked up a Silver Tempest booster box sealed for under £100 delivered. That is absolutely insane. Someone got a crazy bargain there. Like, these are ludicrous prices for Silver Tempest. Whoever sold this for £99 I think is mad, because I think even in just 3 months time you're not going to get Silver Tempest for cheaper than like 110, 120. Like, to me this is a no-brainer investment. If you can pick these up for under £100, then that's crazy. If you don't have much money to invest as well, I think these are going to do well long term. The booster bundles, I think people are sleeping on these. So you could pick these up. There's quite a few of them on eBay as well for £18 for Silver Tempest. You can get them for pretty much all sets as well. You get 6 booster packs. $18.99. Oh, sorry. 18.99 divided by 6 packs. £3.16 on a sealed booster bundle per pack. I don't think this is going to be bad long term. I mean, £3.16 is about retail, under retail for when it came out. Maybe a little bit under. Let's see how much that booster box is, because that booster box is a crazy deal. Someone picked that up, 36 packs for 100. £2.77 a pack. That's an absolute steal. Whoever got that, credit to you. You beat me to it. If I'd have seen that, even if I wasn't in the market to buy a booster box right now, if I'd have seen that for under 100, I would have bought that. So someone did very well. I hope it's one of you viewers. Comment down below if it was you. Comment down below as well if you guys have picked up any crazy deals over the last couple of weeks on booster boxes. It could be any set. I really want to know what you guys are picking up and for what prices. Show off down below what you got. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I didn't cover a lot of sets in this video. I just mainly wanted to highlight Evolving Skies because it's on a crazy moon trip, and also really highlight that Lost Origin and Fusion Strike are really starting to take off now. So could be a good play there if you can pick one up cheap. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe down below. We are so close to 1,000. Oh my god, like I can't believe how quickly this channel has grown. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed. Love you guys. Make sure you do subscribe to never miss an opportunity. I'll always point out plays whenever I see them. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.